Welcome to Magic on Tap, the Magic the Gathering and Beer Review podcast. I'm Jack.
And I'm Xavier.
And today we're talking about the new Lord of the Rings set that's coming out, which we are both very excited for because we're big fucking nerds.
Yeah, duh. It's almost like this is the thing that everyone's been waiting for forever.
Finally, I could complete.
Yeah, it's almost like dominoes fell in reverse and like fucking Lord of the Rings is coming back to Magic even though it was inspired by Lord of the Rings. Yeah. It's just like this whole big fucking Mobius strip.
It's very good. But first, we have some beers to check in. So,
yeah,
going into the barkeep upkeep, Xavier, what you pouring?
What am I pouring? The first thing I am pouring is Mama's Little Yellow Pills from Oscar Blues. Very funny name. Peak beer name. I can't believe they were allowed to name it that. And what about you?
I have Gamer's Paradise, spelled gay. Gay. I almost said gay A-Y. G-A-Y-M-E-R. Strawberry Lime Wheat Ale from Pilot Brewing in Charlotte, North Carolina. And so called because every $2 out of $4 from each pack is donated to Charlotte Gamers Network, which is they create an inclusive environment for anyone to come together and play games, which is one thing that I did this weekend, actually, and they're really cool. So,
what? Every $2 out of $4?
Yes.
That's interesting.
Wait. No. Sorry, I am wrong. It is structured very weirdly. $2 per 4-pack.
Oh, okay. That makes... I was like, that's just 50%.
I
guess it's not wrong. Every $1 out of $2.
Right. So it's just structured very weirdly on the can.
We donate $8 out of every $16 you spend on this. If you spend less, we don't donate shit.
Yeah, fuck you. But yeah, so Xavier, tell me how your first sips are tasting.
She's tasting pretty good. Mama's Little Yellow Pills get the job done. It's got like a pretty solid malt backbone on the back end. It's got this kind of hoppiness up front. It's a Bohemian Pilsner, so whatever the fuck that means. I'm assuming that means that it is an Italian-style Pilsner, but they don't want to call it an Italian Pilsner because people are adverse to saying that.
Oh, I thought it's because it was made by Queen.
Yeah, I could be dead-ass wrong about that. But I'm not going to take the time to look it up and grow your knowledge, listener, to this beer review podcast, because it's just about me saying my opinion. So that's what you get. Jack, what does it taste like for you?
Oh, it's really good. I'm a big fan of Pilot. I actually picked this out because it is from Pilot. Because any other time I would be like, strawberry lime wheat ale sounds like it's going to be really sour. I don't really want that. But Pilot is very good at balancing their flavors, and they never go over the top too much with anything. So this is really good. It's very strawberry-y, but it's not overpowering, so it's not like it just tastes like a fucking fruit juice. It still tastes like beer. There's a little bit of lime in there, but definitely dominant flavor is strawberry. So really good. A+.
Yeah, and just a quick little shout out to Pilot. They walked away with a silver for English style pub ale at the World Beer Cup, which is a pretty big deal, honestly. Anyone that walked away with a medal, congrats, because there were over 10,000 entries for that, and like multiple countries. It's truly an international beer competition. It's not like the Great American Beer Festival, which is GABF, that is just American breweries. This is anyone and everyone.
Yeah.
So congrats. I mean, that's hard to do. So.
Yeah, it's awesome. They're very good.
Are you ready to move to the Untapped step?
I am ready.
Cool. What is that again?
The Untapped step is where we read Untapped reviews about the beer that we're drinking. That's Beer Untapped, not Magic Untapped, which I think doesn't exist anymore. It's basically...
Wait, Beer Untapped or Magic Untapped doesn't exist anymore?
Magic Untapped.
Oh, okay.
It's basically Yelp for beer.
Yep, that's it.
Pretty much.
If you haven't used Yelp, don't. What are your reviews for Gamer's Paradise?
So there actually aren't a lot. There are 45 total because this is a new beer. So I only found one worth reading out. And wait, what? Oh, that's right. And it's 4.25 stars and says everything about this beer is awesome, which I agree. It's very good. But if everything about it was awesome, you would have given it 5 stars. Stop giving partial fucking stars to shit.
Everything is awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, that's really all I've got. So what do you have?
Okay, my first one is from Rich B. Checking this in at Doc Rott's Tavern, which is an awesome name. 3.5 stars. It says, reminds me of Yingling. Nice pills. It certainly, and I like Yingling, it certainly reminds me nothing.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And maybe, no, I try and like give people credit, but fuck this guy. No. It doesn't taste like Yingling at all.
What kind of beer is Yingling?
Yingling's like an American Amber or some shit. It's not a Pilsner. Yeah. And also Yingling's just fucking Yingling is Yingling. It doesn't ever change in taste. It doesn't matter if it's warm or cold. It just kind of like tastes like the bottle, and it's ambery. And I will say, like, that sounds like a talking shit, but Yingling, for its price point, you're getting like value out of it. Value-wise, Yingling's a pretty good play.
That's value.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say that I would almost prefer a Yingling over this beer. So I'm almost insulted on behalf of Yingling. And he also spelled Yingling like super fucked up.
Yeah. Did he spell it Y-I-N-G?
Yes.
Oh,
yep.
God.
So maybe he's talking about a different Yingling and I'm the asshole. Because that is... I don't know a lot about that shit, but I know Yingling is America's oldest brewery and it is not spelled Y-I-N-G.
Yeah, well, that's just because the government killed all the other breweries, but...
Yeah. Yingling is a craft brewery.
Oh my god, you're right.
Because nobody owns them, they just own themselves. They're not owned by a higher entity. Oscar Blues, in fact, is not a craft brewery anymore because it's owned by Monster, and Monster has started making its own alcoholic drink. So before Monster started making that, they were considered craft, and then Monster started to make their own shit, and now they are no longer a craft brewery because they're owned by a bigger alcohol-producing entity. So the more you know. We're moving on to our next review. This is from Amber T. She just checked it in at a place called Werewolf, which is insane.
Oh, awesome.
Gave it a 4.5 out of 5. And just in case you didn't know. And she said, been a bit on this one. Got all fingerprinted. I am now in the system. LOL. That's Hunter S. Thompson in a bathtub, and her photo is a picture of Hunter S. Thompson in a bathtub. Hunter S. Thompson directed that really shitty movie, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. That may be a bold statement. I think it's dumb because I am not on drugs all the time, so I didn't really find a lot of enjoyment in watching that movie.
Wait,
and that's it.
He directed the movie?
Hunter S. Thompson?
Yes. I mean, he wrote the book, but I didn't know he... No, Terry Gilliam directed the movie.
Yeah, then I'm just a fucking idiot. Either way, he wrote the dumbass book.
Script for it. Anyway, yeah.
Also, fuck Hunter S. Thompson. Fuck you, dude. I don't care. Your gonzo art style. Whatever. Okay. The only gonzo art style I appreciate is the fucking... beer labels on Flying Dog's beer.
Oh, yeah, actually.
And yeah. Anyway, that was just a bunch of weird hot takes in one shot. I'm just Uncultured Swine, which is a really good beer name. Copyright it!
Cut this out!
That's all I got for Untapped.
I ate Uncultured Swine for dinner, by which I mean it was raw pork.
Jack just actually took down a wild boar in the forest. Holy shit. Okay. That's all I got for Untapped. Are we going to the main phase or what?
Yes, let's move on to the first main.
What are we talking about?
Oh, we're talking about Lord of the Rings. What the fuck do you think? Holy shit.
Hey, I heard it's pretty good.
Yeah. Sorry, I just lifted my desk off of the floor.
What formats is this whole set legal in? It's modern and up. I don't know if that's the right way.
I think it's modern.
And Commander.
Yeah, well, I mean, and Eternal formats. So like Legacy and Commander. Yeah.
Gotcha. What do we think? What do you think?
I think this set has so much fucking flavor, dude. It's like every single card is so like just full of flavor, you know. Everything has been very carefully crafted for sure, and I very much appreciate that.
You know, yes, totally, absolutely agree. I think this is a phenomenal set. You can see the work went into it. Yeah. It's much appreciated. They could have not put out 5 other sets and just put this one out, and would have made me think that they spent even longer preparing for it, and I would have been cooler with spending more money on it. Like if they had skipped a whole block. We're bringing up the block days again. They could have skipped the whole block and then just dropped Lord of the Rings, and I would have been totally fucking fine.
Oh, this is why. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. This is badass.
That makes total sense.
This and I would have been cool, dude.
Yeah, right. I would have been cool with like the 5 different alternative art styles and like really blow it out. But you know that shit doesn't feel as special anymore because every set gets 5 different alternative art styles, and it's just like, damn, this is Lord of the Rings, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I will say I like the like panorama arts that they've done in this one. Which we haven't seen a lot of recently. I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is like the lands in Zendikar. Like, obviously, that was fucking a decade ago.
Right.
But like, you don't see that a lot, so that's pretty cool. I hope they don't start doing that also, like with every set, because obviously, again, that cheapens it. So, yeah, but it looks fucking awesome.
It looks great. Honestly, I'm really not disappointed by a single card, art-wise and flavor-wise.
Yeah. Oh my god, the
not
art is so good.
Right. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to play with all these, but if I had to sit down and collect every card from one set, it would probably be this set.
Yeah.
Just because, I don't know, we're fucking nerds. We're nerds. Like we want to. This is it.
I would buy like a printer sheet of the set.
Right. If you're a certain age, you were a nerd because of Token, and like this is like the spawning of all nerddom.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of like fantasy, for sure. Yeah, it absolutely is.
Yes, exactly. So I'm very excited. Are there any cards that tempt you in particular that call out to you? Whoa! Wow!
Yeah, we should probably go over that first. I think that is the only new mechanic in the set, right?
Yeah, as far as I've been able to tell, tempting is the only thing.
Okay. Yeah, so there are a bunch of cards that say the ring tempts you. I don't remember what it does.
I think tempting a ring is like venturing into a dungeon without an extra dungeon card. It's just like I don't know.
So we don't know.
I really don't remember. I do actually, now that we're talking about it, I do think there's something that happens just on being tempted by the ring. But there's a lot of cards that care
yeah.
about how many times you've been tempted.
It has to do with your creature, so here we go. As the ring tempts you, you get an emblem named the Ring if you don't have one. Then your emblem gains its next ability, and you choose a creature you control to become or remain your ring bearer. The Ring can tempt you even if you don't control a creature. The Ring gains its abilities in order from top to bottom, so the ring is the emblem actually has the abilities listed on it. Each time the Ring tempts you, you must choose a creature if you control one, and then each player can have only one emblem named the Ring and one ring bearer, which makes sense. And then just going over the abilities of the Ring. The first one is your ring bearer is legendary and can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. Kind of cool. Maybe there's
makes a creature legendary?
Yeah.
Yo.
So maybe there's some cool stuff we can do with making non-legendary creatures legendary. I don't know. I immediately what comes to mind is Ratadrabik of Urborg, which like makes copies of something when it dies. So like if you make something legendary and then make a copy of it, that dies, and then you make a copy of it. So like maybe there's some cool interactions that you could do with that, but
yeah.
We don't need to get into that right now. Second one. There are 4 of these, by the way. Whenever your ring bearer attacks, draw a card, then discard a card. The third one is whenever your ring bearer becomes blocked by a creature, that creature's controller sacrifices it at the end of combat. Pretty fucking good. And the last one is whenever your ring bearer deals combat damage to a player, each opponent loses 3 life. So slap that thing on a fucking flyer. Just fly the ring into Mordor. Like they should have done.
Okay, so I just was thinking, is it a creature you own or control that becomes a ring bearer?
I believe it is control.
So if somebody's playing a Shadowborn Apostle deck, I steal it and then make it my ring bearer, they get it back at the end of my turn. It's legendary still, right? So if somebody has like 5 Shadowborn Apostles out and one of them is legendary, the other ones aren't legendary still, right?
Yeah.
So that one wouldn't die.
What?
By making one of something legendary, it doesn't mean that all the other ones with the same name die, right?
No.
Because you're only allowed to have one. Okay. Because that would be really fucking funny.
It would be really funny.
Oops.
Yep. So
cool mechanic. It's just like they took something they had already had to create with the. It seems very akin to dungeons or initiative stuff, and they just kind of expanded on that, and I like it. I really like it. I think it'll actually get a following. I think the venturing never really caught on. It just didn't. It seemed kind of, I don't know, clunky. I don't know if that's the right word.
It is a little bit. So this is kind of just like the next logical step. So, yeah. So, in terms of cards that have tempted me, we mentioned it before recording, but I just got to give. Maybe this is an honorable mention. I don't know. Bill the Pony. Come on,
dude.
They included him. I love him.
You gotta. It's just like that's such a nerd include.
Yeah, for sure. And the people that know are gonna be like, "Oh, Bill the Pony."
Yeah,
nice. So, Bill the Pony is a white and 3 for a 1/4 legendary creature. He's an uncommon too. When he enters the battlefield, create 2 food tokens, and then sacrifice a food until end of turn. Target creature you control assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power, which is kind of cool. So you can get those fat booties and put them to work. Yeah. So pretty much everything that I like is just flavor wise. Like there's Gandalf the White. Yeah, okay. There's like that's just obvious.
Gandalf is gonna go into your mommy machine deck immediately, I would assume.
Oh, absolutely. I guess I should read him out after all. I mean, he is gonna be good, so whatever. He's 2 white and 3 for 4/5 legendary creature avatar wizard. He has flash, pretty good. You may cast legendary spells and artifact spells as though they had flash. If a legendary permanent or an artifact entering or leaving the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, it triggers an additional time. So it's Panharmonicon again. Right. For legendaries, but like still
pretty good.
Yeah. Legendaries and artifacts.
I'm very, very excited by Gorbag of Minas Morgul. Have you seen him?
I have not seen that one yet.
Okay, it is colorless and black for a 2/2 legendary creature orc soldier. Whenever a goblin or orc you control deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice it. When you do, choose one, draw a card, or create a treasure token.
Ooh.
Seems pretty cool.
Wait, hold on. Holy shit. Because you could just like swing all out and then draw a bunch of cards.
Oh yeah, or
create a bunch
make
of
more mana and cast more dumb shit.
Yeah,
like, it's just.
Oh my god!
Imagine you swing out with a bunch of goblins, right? And you do a bunch of damage, and then you're like, cool. All right, since I'd already dealt damage, and then this ability triggers, I can then sacrifice it and draw like 20 cards.
Yeah.
Stupid as fuck.
And
I love seeing. Yeah.
That's a bomb.
It is a bomb. It's good, and it's a 2-drop for a 2/2.
Yeah.
It's almost a bummer. I wish it was just Rakdos straight up, instead of colorless and a black, because then it would be a really, really good Rakdos commander, especially with the existing orc catalog and plus this new amass orc army thing that they got going on in the set. That is like the one other mechanic that's kind of new. It's not brand new because there's already a mass zombie army, which they did in, what was that, Amonkhet or something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a mass orc army, this set. But, yeah, this is an auto-include in some sort of Rakdos death machine. Probably, honestly, you make a Sauron deck and you just make it goblins and orcs and Sauron's your commander, and then it's just Flavor Town.
Flavor. Yeah, true, actually. I kind of want to do that now. I'm sure there are going to be a lot of those.
Oh, there has to be. I mean, it's just like, it's the gift that keeps on giving, and I don't know. I mean, we have to address the elephant, or the, what are they called? Elephants in this.
Oh, God, I don't remember.
The elephants in the room. The One Ring. Do you think it's really going to affect sales on this? Like, how jacked up do you think? If you go to your LGS, how jacked up do you think pricing is going to be on this? How quickly will you not be able to find Lord of the Rings booster packs at big box stores because idiots will go and buy or steal them?
You will be able to find regular boosters just fine.
Collectors, yes.
Collector boosters... That's a good question. I think that it's probably going to sell out pretty quick. Collector boosters tend to sell out quickly anyway because they are made for the whales, so like they're just going to buy them all up. That's just, how it is. So I don't know, like, if it's going to be faster than that. I would say probably... how fast? Within a week, I think you would not be able to find any collector boosters.
In general, or just at, like, retail stores, Walmart, Target?
I mean, at retail or LGS. Online, you could probably find them. I don't know if they're going to be the right price they might be marked up a bunch. But it's also possible that that thing gets fucking pulled immediately and no one cares anymore.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think that's what makes it interesting, right? Is because it could get pulled instantly. It could get pulled in the first round of purchasing. And then, yeah, I bet prices will drop. And I guess that's kind of the gamble they're playing. But, I don't know. I bet the amount of pre-order on this shit is ridiculous.
Yeah, probably. I think probably what'll happen is it'll get pulled, and then everybody will be like, well, shit, now I have all these packs that I don't want to open. They'll try to dump them. The price will tank, and then it'll go back up to whatever the normal retail price was, because people will buy those for cheaper and get the things that they want that way. So that's my guess. This is not financial advice. But I would guess if you want to buy some collector boosters, probably wait until the set has come out, and then I think they'll probably tank for a little bit and then go back up.
I would say wait to see if the ring's pulled, because I guarantee one way or the other, if the ring's pulled or not, that one collector card that you really want, that you want to buy a pack for, I bet the value on it is going to drop because so many people are going to pull it as a result of the influx of collector packs purchased. So this is truly a time where it's just like, buy fucking singles right now.
Yeah. But really, like, that happens every set. This one, they always, like, hyperinflate the price of cards before a set comes out.
Right.
I think this one is especially bad for that. But, I mean, after a couple weeks, this is, like, all those are going to go down, and stores will crack packs to sell singles out of them, too. So you'll be able to get what you actually want for a lot less.
Right.
But we don't have to worry about whoever is going to pull the one of the one ring, because I'm going to pull it.
Yeah.
So.
Right. I'm going to Willy Wonka that shit. I'm just going to like buy it and run through the streets, and then I'm going to bite Jack's fingers off, grab it, and jump into a volcano.
And I'm going to film the whole thing with my other hand. It's funny that you say Willy Wonka, because I have a beer called Golden Ticket after this one.
Hey, that's very on point for this set discussion.
Yeah.
So bravo, hats off. There's another card I wanted to talk about because I just found it. It's nothing special. It's a common. It's one colorless and red for an instant called Improvised Club. And the art is a picture of a fucking troll swinging a goblin.
Yeah.
It says, as an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature. Improvised Club deals 4 damage to any target. So it's very much like, oh fuck, what is that called? You know what I'm talking about. It does the same shit. It's a functional reprint of something that already exists.
Fuck.
It's not Lava Axe, but it was used at the same time as.
God damn it!
You know exactly what
I know what. Yeah, I do.
We'll fucking update everyone on that later, because I used to run that card a lot in a Steel Fling deck I had. I just really enjoy making mean decks, listener. I don't know. Anything else excites you about this? I mean, it's all very exciting. Okay, actually, since we're talking about Mono Red, There and Back Again is a saga that's fucking disgusting.
Oh my god!
Especially with like Tom Bombadil.
Yes.
3 colorless, 2 red pips. It's a saga, so as the saga enters, and after your draw step, add a lore counter, sacrifice after 3. First step, up to 1 target creature can't block for as long as you control There and Back Again. The ring tempts you. Okay, that's kind of normal. Step 2, search your library for a mountain card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Oh, that seems pretty good. You know, like there's not a whole lot of that in red unless you're playing Koth. Step 3, create Smaug, a legendary 6/6 red dragon creature, token with flying, haste, and when this creature dies, create 14 treasure tokens. What the fuck are you talking about? What?
Yeah. This is a 5-mana saga.
That's fucking insane.
I don't know why that's the thing. I mean, like, it makes sense that Smog creates 14 treasure tokens, but, like, what? Jesus.
Yeah, and it's just a rare. It's not mythic or anything. And fucking Tom Bombadil just rips shit right out of your deck. You can just, like, fucking rip sagas out of your deck.
Yeah. I can't wait, by the way, to fucking build my Tom Bombadil deck.
Yeah, you could honestly just build a Tom Bombadil deck with a bunch of cards from this set, and it would be pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say I like the Nazgul. You can have up to 9 cards named Nazgul in your deck. It's 1 black and 2 for a 1/2 Wraith Knight with Death Touch. When it enters the battlefield, the ring tempts you, and whenever the ring tempts you, put a +1/+1 counter on each Wraith you control. Flavor! Love it. It's so cool. And they have a different... They have 9 different arts of the Nazgul, so...
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
And they have the Witch King, too, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking sick.
You got anything else? I mean, there's like a lot. Like, if you don't have the time or you haven't looked, just go on Scryfall. The set code is LTR because it's fucking Lord of the Rings. So take your little fingies and type it up and look through. There's so many good cards.
It's so good.
Shit. I did want to talk about fucking Shelob because I'm very excited. Shelob, Child of Ungoliant, is 4 colorless, black and a green, for an 8/8, 6 for an 8/8. Seems ridiculous. Death Touch, Ward 2. Okay. Other spiders you control have Death Touch and Ward 2. Oh, okay. Whenever another creature dealt damage this turn by a spider you controlled dies. What? Oh, by a spider you control dies. Create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a food artifact with 2 colorless. Sacrifice this artifact, you gain 3 life, and it loses all other card types. So you fucking schmurder something with a spider, and then you just get a copy of that, but it's also food.
It becomes food. So good.
Seems pretty good. The flavor is ridiculous. The functionality's great. I mean, like, that's a really good spider commander.
Yeah, very good.
There's been some good mono green. There's one good mono green one, but Shelob. You know what I mean? Smeagol Helpful Guide is also really cool. It's a colorless black and green for a 4/2, which is just weird. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died under your control this turn, the ring tempts you. Cool mechanic already. Whenever the ring tempts you, target opponent reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a land card. Put that card onto the battlefield tapped under your control, and the rest into their graveyard. That seems awesome. Like, I'm fucking putting Gitrog in there. I'm putting Urchmanaturg in there. Like, I'm like, I don't know. That's a really cool mechanic for a 3-drop.
Yeah. That seems really cool. And there are, I mean, obviously, Golgari is going to have, like, some graveyard incursion, but there are some, like, aristocrats focused decks out there already. So that would be an interesting aristocrat deck.
Yeah. Oh shit, we got another scarecrow this set too.
More scarecrows.
We got Mithril Coat, which is gonna be around in Commander now for sure, forever.
Absolutely.
3 colorless for a legendary artifact equipment. It's got flash, indestructible. It itself has indestructible. And when it enters the battlefield, attach it to target legendary creature you control. Equipped creature has indestructible. And then equip 3. So it just seems very good.
Board wipe?
Yeah. Oh, weird. It's like
me.
how do I? It's like, oh, I'm just gonna attach this to my commander and then equip World Slayer to that and just fucking swing and wipe the board except for those 2 things. Oh wait, no. Oh wait, except for those 3 things, because Mithril Coat's indestructible. Oh, yeah. Weird. I just found a permanent World Slayer. I'm gonna do that now. Actually, I just talked it out, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna hook it up to like a totally innocuous legendary creature, and just swing and fucking clear the board every turn.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice deadly Rollick.
Yeah.
Too bad I don't. My commander is fucking indestructible now.
Right. Oh shit. Yeah. Oh, blow up Mithril Coat. You can't. That's cool though. That was fun.
Cool that you tried.
Yeah. In response, I'm gonna attack and blow up everything with World Slayer equipped. That card is stupid. I guess I keep talking about World Slayer. I should probably say what it does. I
it's
believe...
like your favorite card, so.
I mean, I remember
you talk about it
exactly. I know it is. It's like that in Progenitus, where I'm just like constantly talking about it. It's because I remember exactly where I was the first time somebody played World Slayer in a game, and I remember exactly where I was the first time I saw Progenitus. World Slayer is a 5-drop artifact. It's not legendary. It's just an artifact. It should be legendary because of its name and everything it does, but it's just like a normal-ass artifact. So it's 5 colorless. Whenever a equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, destroy all permanents other than World Slayer. Hey, if you do it once and then somehow you and your creature exist and the World Slayer exists, it's pretty easy to deal combat damage. Equip is...
No one else has creatures?
Is that okay? All permanents other than World Slayer
permanents.
2. Oh, weird.
Oh, you can't cast any spells because you don't have any lands? Oh no, all of my lands are indestructible. Weird
because
how
I
that
built this
worked
deck
out.
around World Slayer. The quick cost is 5, but like whatever. And that card art is so matter. Cool. It's just like a smoking sword stuck in the ground. The job is done. Oh God. Whew. So funny. So, yeah, needless to say, I very much want that equipment.
Mithril Coat? Yeah. Or World Slayer?
Both. All.
All. Oh, man. I do want to talk about, like, all of these cards, but we don't have time for that.
Right. You got anything else?
No.
Is it time for another beer?
I think it is time for another beer, yeah.
Oh boy, what you drinking?
Whoa. Okay, so I said my next beer was Golden Ticket. I lied. This is actually a beer that my girlfriend brought back from New Orleans, from Port Orleans Brewing Company, or Orléans. Kinderbrow Kolsch. It's just a Kolsch.
Just a Kolsch.
What you got?
Oh boy, my next one is 2 women from New Glarus Brewing Company out of Wisconsin. Famously, they only sell beers in Wisconsin because supposedly they can only sell beers in Wisconsin. So how's your first sip?
Oh shit, I haven't even opened it yet because I thought you were going to talk more about that.
No, it's just a beer. Oh shit! I guess I was going to. Yeah. I totally forgot that I had this whole fucking spiel lined up with this, and I totally spaced out on it. So this beer is called Two Women. I'll just read you the description straight off of Untappd. Some breweries like to actually give you descriptions on the beer, so you take the time to read them and give them reviews based on the knowledge you were just given, but that's not how people treat this. You just kind of check it in and you ignore everything the brewers have to say about it. This beer is called Two Women because this is their description. 4,000 years before Christ, Sumerian women created the divine drink of beer. Viking women brewed in Norse society. European alewives were so successful as cottage brewers they were taxed. Artisanal women lost their domination of the daily ritual of brewing during the Industrial Revolution. Today's brewing trade is controlled by men. The collaboration of two craft companies, both led by women, that is New Glarus and Weyermann Malting, is unique. You hold the result. Two Women, a classic country lager brewed with Weyermann's floor malted Bohemian malt and Hallertau Mittelfrüh hops. I fucked that up. I don't know how to say German words. A tempting and graceful classic lager found only in Wisconsin, because that's all New Glarus shit. So yeah, it's basically just like a callback to, hey, like, we recognize that women started brewing and New Glarus is a women-owned company, so it's just a shout out to that, and it's pretty cool. I like the little backstory that goes with it. So, what does your beer? Well, what does your beer taste like? Well, what does it taste like?
Oh, it kind of tastes like beer. Yeah, no, it's all right. It's a Kolsch. I don't know that I would recognize it as a Kolsch if you didn't tell me that it was. This might be weird, but it tastes like a beer from New Orleans. Like, kind of tastes like the water was kind of dirty, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
It tastes like the stinky fucking marsh water.
That's
nothing
you said.
That makes it sound a lot worse than it is. It's really not. It's not bad, but it does have that little bit of a like twinge there. Yeah. It's all right though. I mean, I'm gonna drink
it's all right though.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Pretty much drink anything you put in my hands anyway. So, what's your taste?
Mine tastes solid.
Cool.
Good. It's always solid. It's just an easy beer, and something about the whole idea behind it almost makes it easier to drink, which sounds like weird and douchey, but I don't know. I would say this, especially working in the industry, if you know someone's backstory, if you know why a beer was made, if it's served to you in a way that's appealing, and you go to take that first sip, it's automatically going to taste better. Yeah. Like, you can't help it. It's a personal bias. There's so much beer in the world. You're going to have a lot of beers that end up tasting similar. At the end of the day, the recipe can only be so different, but how it's served in addition to the recipe can change a whole lot. So stuff like that does matter outside of just marketing.
Yeah.
Just ask everyone that stopped drinking Bud Light.
Fucking snowflakes.
I know. All right, we don't need to get into that, but some sensitive motherfuckers out there, eh?
Yeah. Anyway, shall we move on to our second Untappd step?
Indeed. What you got, buddy?
Once again, I really only have one review. I know, I'm really slipping here, but here we go. This was from Nicole, but it's spelled like Nichole. I don't know.
Or like Nick Hole.
Or Nick Hole.
I got all these fucking extra nicks. Where I put them? Put them in the Nick hole.
That is almost really bad. All right. Nishol gave this 3 and I don't know 3.5 3.45 fuck and said boring but expected from a Kolsch. What? If
Huh?
it's expected, if you expected a Kolsch to taste like this, then it's good. If you say, "Yep, that tastes like a Kolsch," then they have achieved what they were going for. So I don't understand.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Seems dumb. Expected. It just comes down to that category of Untapped reviews. There's like, just don't fucking drink it then.
Yeah, boring but expected from a Kolsch.
Cool. Then don't
Fuck off.
drink it.
But like,
And if you're gonna drink it, don't
that's-
check it in.
that's the kind of thing that I would expect to see from someone that drinks either only IPAs or only like sweet or sour beers.
Yeah. To her review, I say it's boring but expected from a douche.
Yeah. Yep. There you go. Perfect. That's all I got. What do you have?
Cool. I got 2. I have one from Mark K. This is checked in from Untapped at Home. He gave it 3.75 stars out of 5. He purchased it at Woodman's Liquor Store, which is insane. If you have an experience of Woodman's, it's like, okay, there's a whole big normal grocery store, and then there's an equally large liquor/beer store attached to the same building. It's fucking insane.
What is it called? I've never been.
Woodman's. They don't exist out here. They are very Midwest.
I've been to the Midwest. I've been to Wisconsin.
I've been to Wisconsin. Yeah, Woodman's is dope.
Wisconsin.
Anyway, he just says 3.75 stars out of 5. Still like these 2 women. And I don't really like how he said it, so that's why he's
Wow.
getting called out.
That's creepy.
The next one is from Brad V. Checked in at Untapped at Home. 3.5 stars out of 5. He says smooth mouthfeel and hops. And I'm like, cool, there's hops in everything. That's just me being kind of a douche, but
Well,
yeah.
I mean, not all beer has hops in it, but
They do, but there's just not a pronounced hop flavor.
yeah.
So what it sounds like to me, it's like, it almost sounds like the creator of 2 Women came up to him, and it's like a dear friend. And he didn't like the beer, but he didn't know how to say he didn't like it, so he just tried to list 2 things really quick. It's like, oh, what do you think of the beer? Good, right? And it's like, oh, the smooth mouthfeel and hops.
Alrighty then.
That's it. That's all I got.
Okay. Do you want to talk about the Commander Lord of the Rings cards?
You can. I have no knowledge on it at all.
How about... It's not like anyone's listening to this part anyway. Anyone has clicked off by now. We can save that for the next one.
Ooh. Titillating.
Titillating. Yeah, let's move on to the second main.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
hey, Xavier.
Yeah.
What you brewing?
What am I brewing? I'm brewing fucking Frodo Determined Hero, actually. Whoa, that's a new card. Well, he's brewing a deck with a new card. It's mono white. That's bold. I know it's bold. And it's an equipment deck, and that's usually not how I roll. But it seems like a really fun mechanic, you know? It's kind of cool. It's cool to, like, fucking build something around Frodo. It feels very nerdy and right. It's colorless. So, I guess Frodo Determined Hero, colorless, and a white for a 2/2, legendary creature, halfling warrior. Whenever Frodo Determined Hero enters the battlefield or attacks, you may attach target equipment you control with mana value 2 or 3 to Frodo. Fucking weird.
Whoa.
Not 3 or less. Not 2 or 3. You only have 2 options.
Yeah.
As long as it's your turn, prevent all damage that would be dealt to Frodo. So, like, he's getting that mithril shit on him immediately. And
Yeah.
you're just fucking swinging. It's the weirdest, most specific Voltron deck.
So he cannot equip Barrow Blade. That's a 1 cost.
Yep, can't do that. You can't equip Colossus Hammer. Like, there's so much you can equip. But 2 or 3 drops. Let's go. It's so fucking... Yeah. It's so weird. I'm really, really into that idea. I love... Like, I've always wanted to make an artifact or, like, a equipment deck, but it's always felt kind of boring to me, you know? I just...
yeah. No, I feel
it just
that,
seems
for sure.
like... Yeah, it's like one note, Voltron. It's like, okay, this is all I got. But... 2 or like at that one little stipulation, like I can put Glamdring on here from this, which is 2 colorless. Equipped creature has first strike and gets +1/+0 for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard. Whenever creature deals damage to a player, you may cast an instant or sorcery from your hand with mana value less than or equal to that damage without paying its mana cost. I don't know. It's just like a bunch of weird shit. It's like, oh fuck, you can't even put Basilisk Collar. So it's just like thinking about it more and more, it gets like more interesting. I'm like, damn, there's so much you can't do. Like the classics that you think you would put in this deck, it's almost trying to make you build an artifact equipment deck in a different way, so you're not just making the same deck every time, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I like the cards that make you do something more interesting than just like, okay, I'm playing mono black, good stuff.
Right. Right. I'm playing mono white weenies. I'm playing red white equipment, blah 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 blah. Yeah. It's just it's a little bit different. So it's a cool play on a very classic play style. So I like that. So I'll actually probably build that if I buy a bunch of cards from the set, which I'm sure I will.
Oh, I definitely will. Do you have any ideas of like other things that you want to put in it, or like sub themes that you want to do with it?
Not particularly. I'll probably put like Oswald Fiddlebender in there for just tutoring
Dude, that
reasons.
dude bends fiddles. Watch out. Dude. Don't take a fiddle out around him, because he will fucking bend it.
He doesn't even fucking break it, dude. He just bends it.
Yeah,
you think you can play it again, and you can't. Fiddles. It'll never be the same. It'd be easier if he just broke it, but he bends it.
Yeah. That dude's an asshole.
Nah, I'll probably just have, stupid shit that gets pumped up by equipment as well, because I'm sure Frodo will be the target.
Yeah.
And, it'll be white weenies, but I'd like to keep it more themed, I guess. I'll probably try and include a lot of mono white cards from the set, maybe make it like a halfling sub theme. I think that would be a little bit interesting.
Oh, that would be cool.
Or maybe Kithkins. I always felt like Kithkins were the weird magic kind of take on hobbits or halflings or whatever. So
yeah,
mono white Kithkins has always been something I've wanted to build and just never got the gumption up to do it before. So maybe this will be it.
Yeah, cool. You should take a look at some cards from Kaldheim, because there was a lot of equipment synergy in that set.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense too with like the kind of Viking themed stuff. It's like swords and axes and shit.
Yeah, I mean there's like sorry, what are the colors of Frodo again?
Mono white.
Damn, so you can't do coal then.
Well, anyway, hey Jack.
What?
What you brewing?
Well, you already know what I'm brewing. I'm brewing Tom Bombadil, dude. I'm so fucking excited. Okay, so we've mentioned him before, but I will go over his shit again. So he costs Moorburg, so one of every color, for a 4/4 legendary god bard. Obviously legendary, he's my commander. As long as there are 4 or more lore counters among sagas you control, Tom Bombadil has hexproof and indestructible. And then, whenever the final chapter ability of a saga you control resolves, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a saga, put it onto the battlefield, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order, and that triggers only once per turn. So it's a good thing they put that little clause on the end of it, because that could get fucking ridiculous.
Yes.
Yeah, I have been so excited for this, ever since they first teased it. So I've been kind of piecing together a saga deck. Obviously, it's got like all of the good ones, and then okay, I have to give a mention to the Kami War, which is the Wooburg one from Kamigawa, because come on, it's 5 colors. He's 5 colors. Yeah. I gotta put that in.
You gotta.
Yeah, it's also pretty good. I mean, God, there's so much to this card. Okay, so that one costs 1 of every color and 1, so 6 total. First chapter is exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls. Second chapter, return up to 1 other target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Then each opponent discards a card. Fucking what? It's just too much to go on a saga. And then chapter 3, exile it and return it transformed. So the backside is Okagachi Made Manifest. It's a 6/6 dragon spirit with flying and trample. It is all colors. It has to specify that because the actual printing doesn't have any color mana symbols on it. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh, what's happening to me? Okay. Whenever Okagachi Made Manifest attacks, defending player chooses a non-land card in your graveyard, return it to your hand. Okagachi Made Manifest gets +X+0 until end of turn, where X is the mana value of that card. So, pretty cool. You just get a bunch of shit back from your graveyard. This dude gets bigger. You smack people in the face. It's a fun time for everyone that's not, well, everyone that is you. So only for you. Yeah, just some really good sagas. Binding the Old Gods is great. Destroy shit and search for land. Kioribus the Sea God I'm gonna put in there, because if I get what?
Yeah, sorry, no, you're good.
The first chapter of Kioribus the Sea God is you create an 8/8 Kraken token with hexproof. So like if I hit that off of like a 2-drop saga or something, I will be so happy. Elspeth Conquers Death to exile shit and return stuff from your graveyard. Like, there are a lot of really good ones. And also, I feel I have to mention... actually, what were you going to say first?
I was going to say, have you seen Long List of the Ents?
No, I have not.
It is in this set. It's a 1-drop mono green enchantment saga with 6 chapters.
This is awesome.
And they all do the same thing. It says, note a creature type that hasn't been noted for a Long List of the Ents. When you cast your next creature spell of that type this turn, that creature enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on it. It's ridiculous.
It's like kind of not even good because you have to name a creature type that hasn't been noted already.
Yeah. But you're playing sagas. There's a good chance that you're going to have a mix of creatures because you're not super focused on
I will have
one specific creature.
Sure.
So
I am going to put every saga in this set in this deck, whether it's good or not.
Yeah, you should. You kind of have to.
Yeah.
Are you gonna put Aragorn the Uniter in here? I didn't talk about this because I totally fucking forgot about it, but I'm very excited about him.
I didn't consider it, but you want to talk about it?
Yes, he is just. It's a 4-drop commander that is 4 different colors. It's like another fucking Brea where it's actually they nutted up and fucking made a 4-color
commander finally.
Instead of making the Nephilims all not legendary because they're cowards. So Aragorn the Uniter is green, red, white, blue for a 5/5. Whenever you cast a white spell, create a 1/1 human soldier creature token. Whenever you cast a blue spell, scry 2. Whenever you cast a red spell, Aragorn the Uniter deals 3 damage to target opponent. Whenever you cast a green spell, target creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn.
Ooh.
There's literally, if you're playing Wooburg, there is no fucking downside to having Aragorn in any Wooburg deck. Because you're going to hit almost all those like every turn. You're gonna hit at least 1 or 2 of those every turn.
Okay, I will probably put that in there.
It's dope. That card is probably gonna be pricey just because it's an immediate include.
It has no downside. Like,
it has no downside.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's super crazy. It's it's great for flavor. It's just like 4 for a 5/5. You're already playing Wooburg. Like, that's not too hard to fucking hit. Yeah. He doesn't trigger himself though, right?
No,
because that would be dumb.
Because he's not on the battlefield when you cast him. So.
Right. Damn. Either way, very, very good. So I mean, that could be a creature in your fucking Tom Bombadil deck.
Very good.
Very, very good.
I probably will put that in there. That seems very good.
Yeah, cool.
I mean, yeah, so I have like other enchant or like a Saga Synergy Satsuki the Living Lore, which you can tap to put a lore counter on sagas you control. But I want to draw special attention to the Praetors from All Will Be One.
Oh God, yeah.
You can transform them into sagas, and then when the saga finishes, it transforms back into the Praetor. So you just keep getting fucking triggers off of that, and that seems really fucking good.
Yeah. Nah, it should just be really, really fun to play and make and play against. It's just very unique, and enchantment hate sucks.
Yeah, I mean, especially like no one in our friend or in our like play group runs enchantment hate at all. So
right, and I think out of everything, enchantments feel, unless like you're really an asshole trying to blow up lands, blowing up enchantments is the second most difficult thing to blow up especially if you're not playing green.
Yeah, it can be really hard to get rid of them, and with a commander like Tom Bombadil, you're gonna keep getting them out, and
right,
like it's just gonna eventually be too much to deal with. So,
right,
yeah, I'll probably also put. I mean, I mentioned the Kami War, but I'll probably just put like all of the transform sagas from Kamigawa in there, because they finish and then you still get something else. Like, they don't go to your graveyard, you just get a creature. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah, surprise, Reflection of the Mirror Breaker is very good.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely going in. Which, hey, by the way, I had 3 copies of that, all in foil, and I traded them in. Why the fuck did I do that? Now I want it.
Yeah, I have 1 still. I sold 2 of them.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, this card seems pretty good. I bet it'll catch a fine price.
Yeah. I mean, I got like $60 off of it, maybe more. But like, yeah. I'm never doing that again. I'm gonna hoard. I'm a card hoarder, which I was before, and I was like, I should be less of a card hoarder. Never mind. So
yeah, I would say to people out there, unless you really need the money, or you're just over Magic and you're just getting rid of all your shit, just trade, or sell it to your friends for how much it's valued at.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna get scalped at the LGS, and it feels bad. And like, no disrespect to the game stores for doing that, like they have to do it. I understand that, but as the seller, it feels bad. You can do the TCG thing, but that's such a fucking headache. So
yeah,
just trade it.
It also just feels a lot better to like sell it to a friend or trade it to a friend. So
yeah, right. I'd rather sell a card for half the value to a friend than to a game store, so they can sell it. So I can look at the same card I just sold in a glass case marked up. You know what I mean? So I'd rather sell it to. I'd rather have a $40 card I sell for $20 to a friend and then watch them stomp my ass with it later than watch it sit in a case for $45.
Yeah, God, so many regrets.
Yeah, you know, we've all been there.
Like
I
that
think.
textured Emrakul I pulled. Fuck.
Oh God, yeah.
Anyway.
Is that all you got?
That's all I got.
Moving on to the sideboard.
Let's do that.
Hey, the sideboard is the part of the show where we talk about stuff that's not magic. Or it is. I don't know. Who's to say? We decide. It's a sideboard.
Hey.
So what you got, Jack?
What? Me? I'm always probably going to talk about video games because I love them. Diablo 4 came out recently, and I have been playing the shit out of it. It is very good and very fun, and I'm about to play it after we finish recording this. I had started a fire sorcerer. I switched over to arc lash, so like shock skills, because it is supposedly better. And I just have been thinking that I can't wait for this to be over so that I can go play Diablo 4. That's pretty much it.
Cool. I got a twofer. I also have something I can't wait to do until after we're recording. It's watch trash TV with my wife. We've been really into... Oh God, I'm saying this and it's recorded. And I can't hear it. Really into Vanderpump Rules, which is just like peak trash reality show. It's about Lisa Vanderpump, who I guess is very rich and famous. Her and her husband own a bunch of different restaurants in California. They make it a money. This show follows a bunch of fucking idiot bartenders and waitresses that work there, and they are just like, there's really not a good person in that show. Like, they just, the way it's edited, like every single person looks bad. It's like Jersey Shore without the like fucking nip slips and fist fights. It's just trash.
Nip slips and fist fights is the fucking album name for my band.
That should be the name of this episode. We'll have the most listeners ever.
By that we mean 2.
Yeah. Whoa. One for each. So Vanderpump Rules. I've also, and this is another embarrassing thing I'm going to say out loud. I know of the Wu-Tang Clan. I know that it's for the children. I've never fully listened to their music. And for reasons I don't really remember, I just started listening today and Enter the Wu-Tang, parentheses, 36 Chambers, might be one of my favorite albums of all time now. Just like start to finish.
Hell yeah.
The production value's great. The sound mixing's great. If you're ever fucking just frustrated and you have no idea how to fix it, listen to this album because there is all sorts of anger going on in this. And it's great.
Absolutely.
So that's it. I'm nothing but trash TV and Wu-Tang in my life right now.
It's true what they say, that cash rules everything around me.
Cream, get the money, dollar bill, y'all.
Hey, now you know what that's referencing.
Hey, yeah, I know, crazy. So that's it. That's all I got.
All right, very good. I am not as big of a fan of trash TV. Kayla likes trash TV a lot more than I do. Although she might slap me for saying that. I'm not sure. But that one sounds like I might be interested.
It's just, it's bad. Like there's just not a good person in it. You want to root for some people and then they just like constantly fuck up and you're like, all right.
Hey, we can go like that.
End step.
So if you want to find us on any social media, we are Magic on Tap on everything. On Instagram, YouTube, Untapped, we post our reviews as if they are Magic cards with the name of the beer as the title of the card. Twitter, and that's it. Magic on Tap. If you search for that, I think will show up hopefully. So
Cool.
yeah, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. And Sam, get breakfast ready for 9:30.